Stony Brook will bring Solazano, Miceli, and Poulsen to the plate. 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. Solazano, the catcher, doesn't have a batting average yet on the season. First pitch is a strike. Caro averaged 11 pitches per inning over the first 2 innings. 0-2. Usually at the major league level, you're looking at probably around 16 to 17 pitches on average, but DeCaro is just so effective and efficient. 0-2. 1-2. Being considered one of the top 5 pitchers, starting pitchers in the country by D1 Baseball is an extraordinary honor. 2-2. But he's earned every bit of it. And the maturity of DeCaro is beyond extraordinary, given the fact that he had to step into the Friday night role last season when Jake Knapp and Folger Boaz went down to injuries. Foul ball, straight back. And it goes without saying that people are very high on him in terms of the 2026 draft. And some have even gone out and said it that he could be the first overall pick next year. High praise for DeCaro. 3-2. Given the fact that he is throwing to his battery mate, Luke Stevenson, who conceivably could be a top 10 pick and without question will probably be the first catcher taken off the board this July at the 2025 MLB draft. Full count to Solazano. Fouled again. Good at bat here by Solazano. He's only had 8 at-bats on the season. Full count. Fly ball hit out to right field. Bass makes the play. 1 out for the right fielder, Tyson Bass. He has done an outstanding job in right field. As we talked about a little bit earlier, the question mark was the North Carolina outfield, and we see immediately how they've responded both defensively and offensively. This is a stellar defensive outfield that North Carolina has assembled this year. Stepping to the plate is Eric Poulsen. Poulsen in the first inning hit a fly ball out to left field. And Poulsen is an immensely talented ball player. Not only is he a first baseman, but he's also a left-handed pitcher for Stony Brook. 2-0. He's a 2025 preseason All-CAA selection. But here's the big thing that's downright impressive. He was a semifinalist last year for the 2024 John Allrood Two-Way Player of the Year Award. And to do that as a freshman is just downright extraordinary. And that award went to Jack Caglione from Florida, who is now in the Kansas City Royals organization and arguably one of the best major league prospects as of this moment. 3-0. Strike. 3-1. Many who have seen Poulsen play over the past year consider him to be a doubles machine. Selly hits that up the middle to Madera gets that to Stokely. We have 2 out. 6-3. Now stepping to the plate, it's Eric Poulsen. So 2 out. Solazano, Miceli, and now it is Eric Poulsen who is up to the plate. The semifinalist for the 2024 John Allrood Two-Way Player of the Year. Left-handed pitcher for Stony Brook, as well as a first baseman. Caught the inside part. 78 miles per hour, strike one. So Mazzelli hits the ground ball to Madera at shortstop to first, and now Polson's up. Foul pitch, 0-2. Oh, and 2 to Eric Polson. Fouled over the North Carolina dugout on the third base side. 0-2. Hit by pitch. Polson gets one right in the back. So as Polson walks down to first base with a hit by pitch, Evan Goforth steps to the plate. Goforth hit a ground ball out to Alex Madera at short in the first inning. Pitch gets right into the numbers of Eric Polson, hit by pitch right in the back. So Goforth steps to the plate. 231 batting average on the season. 0 for 1 on the ball game. Caught the inside corner, strike one. 81 mile per hour breaking pitch. Foul back, 0-2. Looked as if DeCaro was taking his time and really composing himself before he threw that pitch to Goforth. 0-2, 2 out, runner on first. 3-0 Tar Heels, top of the third inning. And the pitch. Wow, close pitch there. DeCaro wanted that, and I think Stevenson as well. Good job of framing, but home plate umpire did not buy on that on John Mary. 1-2. Fly ball hit out to center field, dropping right in front of Kepley. He keeps it in front. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Stony Brook is putting something together here in the top of the third inning. The second baseman, Johnny Pila, is stepping up to the plate. In the first inning, Pila struck out. So DeCaro gets the 2 outs very quickly in the inning, and the last 2 batters were hit by a pitch and a single. Strike. 77 mile per hour breaking pitch. Good job by Stevenson framing. 0-1. So Pillar on the season has an OPS over 1,300. And he has a 375 batting average with 2 out. Foul ball down the left field side. 0-2. So it's the first inning that DeCaro's been challenged. 0-2. Appeal down the first base side, third base umpire Jose Polanco says that Pilla did not go. And you can tell that Stevenson really wanted that pitch. So now the count is 1-2. Crowd here in Chapel Hill is vehemently disagreeing with the call that Polanco made at third base on the appeal. 1-2. Try to pick off at second base with Paulson. Nothing going on. North Carolina pitchers have been trying that with great regularity this season. It must have been something that they've been practicing during the fall because they're paying closer attention to those runners at second base. I think that's a byproduct of Madera playing short and his great defensive skills. And the pitch, 2-2. Low, 83-mile-per-hour breaking pitch. So DeCaro's fighting through this, but Pillar is actually putting together a really solid at-bat. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Runners at first and second. Full count. So now the runners will be going on the pitch. It's a big moment here for Stony Brook to get back into this ball game. Full count, two out. DeCaro in the stretch. Strike three. Inning over. DeCaro pitches himself out of the jam. So at the end of 2.5 innings here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina 3, Stony. So as we look at the bottom of the third inning, we have Hunter Stokely, Tyson Bass, and Alex Madera stepping up 4, 5, and 6 in the Tar Heels order. Stokely walked his first at-bat of the day. But he hits 308 leadoff of an inning. Stokely hits that into left center field, splits it in, and it's a 1 out. Wow, Stokely's trying for 2. In there! Double for Hunter Stokely. Absolutely hauling, getting into second base. Now that ball hung up there a little bit, thinking that he'd probably be safe staying at first, but man, he kept going. So ball gets hit, gets it down, had a little bit of a hump to it, so you would assume that he would stay, but he thought he had a great chance to get there, and Stokely is motoring. Runner at second, nobody out to begin the bottom of the third inning, and Tyson Bass steps to the plate. Strike to Bass. Now that's Hunter Stokely being a veteran leader and being able to pick up that pitch and where that ball was going immediately. He was thinking to the moment he got out of the batter's box. 0-2 to Bass. Another breaking pitch, 70 miles per hour from Smink. Ball, 1-2. So Bass is 0 for 1 on the day. Fly out to center field, his first at bat. 1-2. Foul ball. Do it all over again. 1-2 count to Tyson Bass. Tyson Bass, who has affectionately earned a nickname, the Vance Honeycutt of North Carolina Wesleyan, by Coach Forbes and his teammates here in Chapel Hill. And a line drive hit down to right field, and the right fielder Carson comes up with it. 1 out, and Stokely remains at second. Great job by Bass going the opposite way, but just did not drop enough for him to get onto first base. Now stepping into the plate, Alex Madera. Madera hit a fly ball out to left field, his first at bat. He's batting .250 with runners in scoring position on the season. And the strike, swinging at it, 72-mile-per-hour breaking pitch. Now that's the thing with Smink, is that he has that opportunity to mix in the slider and the curveball, but looked like that was a good changeup. 0-1 to Madera. Ball outside, 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Smiggs had a little bit of a tough time controlling that fastball and throwing it for strikes. So his secondary and tertiary pitches have become very valuable to him today, particularly that changeup. 1-1. 2-1. Madera made a position change from second base to shortstop after Kobe Wilkerson graduated last season, and it's been a seamless transition. So over the past few years, shortstop has been a premium position at North Carolina, going back to Danny Soretti, Kobe Wilkerson, and now Alex Madera. Madera hits that ball into center field, fielded by Santerre, and Stokely is tagging up. Great job of base running by Stokely to pick up on the fly ball hit by Madera out to the center fielder Santerre. High baseball IQ demonstrated by Hunter Stokely this inning on the base pass. Very aggressive, very astute, and putting himself on 2 occasions in scoring position for the Tar Heels. So there were 2 out, and Rom Kellis steps to the plate. Kellis struck out looking his first at-bat. Fly ball hit out to shallow right field. Play is going to be made by Carson. So North Carolina doesn't put up a run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So at the end of 3, North Carolina leads. Arrow had to fight, and he had to persevere because it was his toughest inning of the bowl game so far. But on the day, 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 49 pitches. Now Chance Dowdy steps to the plate. Strike 1. Dowdy hit a ground ball to second base, his first at-bat in the game. As a leadoff hitter of an inning, he's batting .333. 1-1. Everything about DeCaro on the mound screams composure and effectiveness and efficiency. And the ball explodes out of his hands, and it's very unassuming. You look at his mechanics, you look at his delivery, and you would expect something to be a little slower than a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. Very deceptive given his tremendous size and athleticism. 2-1. Strike, swinging. 2-2. 91-mile-per-hour fastball on the inner part of the plate to Dowdy. Two and two. Full count. Fastball up in the zone. 3-2. Strike looking. Backwoods K in your scorecards, everyone. Fantastic pitch from Jason DeCaro. 3rd strikeout of the day. Perfect job by Stevenson framing that pitch and presenting that to home plate umpire John Merry. 1 out, and Nico Azpilicueta steps to the plate. Azpilicueta singled in his first at-bat. Ground ball to Jackson Vanderbreak at second. 2 out. Be nice to see DeCaro have a effective and efficient inning in terms of his pitch count, given the fact that he threw far too many pitches last inning, given the fact that he was averaging 11 pitches per inning over the first 2 innings of the bowl game. So 2 away, and Cam Santerre steps to the plate. Santerre hit a fly ball out to right field, his first at-bat. Pop fly hit to the right side of the infield, and Stokely makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. So at the end of 3.5 innings, North Carolina is leading Stony Brook, not only at the plate, but now defensively in left field. So bottom of the 4th inning, North Carolina is leading 3-0 over Stony Brook. First pitch to Hargett is a ball, 1-0. Two and 0. Now, during the summer, I had an opportunity to have breakfast with a few friends who work at Perfect Game. And we were talking about the North Carolina roster, and one name had come up. And I remember this one individual said, watch out for this ball player. His name is Perry Hargett. He's going to be a star. And that went back to last June around the College World Series I was mentioned. So Hargett gets on base with a 4-pitch walk. So Hargett's been on my radar since Omaha last year in terms of someone to watch out for. So it looks like we're going to have a visit by Stony Brook's manager coming to the mound, Senk. It looks probably as if there might be a pitching change about to happen because there is activity in the Stony Brook bullpen. And the typical stall tactic that has occurred all throughout college baseball to give the bullpen as many extra throws as possible. So it's probably going to take home plate umpire John Merry, and here he goes, to go break up the meeting. And we're going to expect to see a change by head coach Matt Senk. And he does not make the change, which is very, very surprising. A stall tactic like that usually turns into a pitching change, but I guess he is going to continue with Smink in this situation. Now, mind you, Smink is his best pitcher, and it's his Friday night starter, and it looks as if he has faith in him. But, you know, one bad at bat here, and it could change everything, and Vanderbrake's ready. Vanderbrake steps to the plate. Strike, 91-mile-per-hour fastball on the outer part of the plate. Good comeback pitch by Smink. Vanderbrake has a .267 batting average with runners on base this season. And there goes Hargett. Stolen base for Hargett. And one of the great things that the North Carolina offense has done all season, they put pressure on the defense when they're on base. They're aggressive, but they're smart, and they're really putting pressure now on Stony Brook. Hargett's in scoring position. 2-1. So throw into the mix patience and discipline at the plate and aggressiveness on the base paths. And it's a new formula for North Carolina than how they won bowl games last year. And that was with a lot of power. 2-1. 2-2. 91-mile-per-hour fastball catches the corner. Vanderbrake steps back in. 2-2 count. Runner at second base. Nobody out. Hargett takes off to third base on the wild pitch. Once again, another example of North Carolina capitalizing on errors or miscues of an opponent. And it's been done all season on the base paths. And it also helps that you have the ball players that can run and have high baseball IQs on the base paths. Full count, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning. And Vanderbrake hits that to short. Run comes in. So Hargett scores on the 6-3 to Vanderbrake. 4-0 Tar Heels. So fantastic at bat by Vanderbrake to bring in Hargett, but also an outstanding job by Hargett to put himself into scoring position on 2 occasions for that run to come across. So the small ball approach works, given the fact that North Carolina was predicated on the home run last year. So job well done all around by Vanderbrake and Hargett. And now it looks as if we're going to see a pitching change as Coach Senk have Stony Brook going to the bullpen, and Matt Scambati is coming in. The right-handed freshman, 6'2", 195, and is a 5.4 ERA on the season with a whip of .9. Only has about 3 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 base on ball, and 2 strikeouts. So King Kepley steps up, 1 out, 4-0 North Carolina, bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0. Scambati, a freshman, which is a great opportunity for him to come to North Carolina and pitch. Strike 1. Coach Senk is probably trying to figure out in this situation what arms he has, so when he begins league play, what works best for him. Stevenson gets hit by the Kepley gets hit by the pitch. Hits his front foot. So now with Kepley at first base, due to the hit by pitch, that brings Luke Stevenson to the plate. Stevenson's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI and a double. Runner at first, 1 out, 4-0 North Carolina. 1-0. Scambati in the stretch. Takes a step off. Stevenson steps out. North Carolina is just showing their patience and discipline again in this situation. Throw to first. It's in there. Kepley gets back with ease. Scambati is looking down, checking for the sign. Working with Solzano. Ball 2-0. A little bit of a fake run there by Kepley and a fake throw by Solzano. Nothing going on. Kepley takes the lead. Another throw over. Scambati is taking a look. 2-0. 3-0. Scambati thought he had that pitch there. So 3-0, runner at first base. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Another throw over by Scambati to first base. Keeping Kepley honest. Green light on 3-0, and Stevenson swings right through it. 3-1. 84-mile-per-hour pitch there. So 3-1 to Stevenson. Another throw over. Close on that play by Kepley. Kepley was leaning towards second base, and Scambati almost had him. Scambati's aware of what he has at first base when it comes to Kepley. He's keeping him as close as he can. 3-1. Strike. And Kepley steals the base, and he's heading to third on the overthrow. So Kepley goes from first to third with ease, trying to steal second, and then there's the overthrow and advances an extra base. Good jump by Kepley. Solozano throws to the wrong side of the base and cannot be fielded cleanly. And Kepley heads to third base. Full count, 1 out, with Luke Stevenson up. Ball 4. Stevenson takes the walk. So run is at the corners with 1 out, and Gavin Gallagher stepping up. Gallagher's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Right now, there's another pitching mound visit to calm down Scambatti. C.J. Wheeling going out to talk to his pitcher. Graduate of Tulane, second season with Stony Brook. So challenge and opportunity for Scambatti here. Runners at the corners, and he can actually do something pretty well trying to get out of it. But it's a tough situation here with Gavin Gallagher stepping up, given the fact that it seems as if he's found his groove again. 1 out, runners at the corners, bottom of the 4th inning. North Carolina leads 4-0 over Stony Brook. Ball bounced in front of the plate, and Stevenson moves to second base on the wild pitch. Well, the past couple of weeks, we've seen a lot of 59-footers and wild pitches and passed balls. 2-0. Scambatti's having a hard time with the pitches right now. He's bouncing quite a few. Gotta wonder if it's just a little bit of nerves or he's just having a hard time composing himself. Gallagher hits that ball into right center field, and it finds real estate. 1 run scores, 2 runs scores. Gallagher is standing at second base with a stand-up double. 2 RBIs for the sophomore sensation, Gavin Gallagher. Goes to the opposite field perfectly, finds that gap in there, but center fielder Santerre could not just get it, falls right short of him. 2 runs come across. Stevenson and Kepley. Now it brings up Hunter Stokely. Stokely is 1 for 1 on the day with a double, with a walk in the first inning. 1 out, runner in scoring position. Stokely jumps at the off-speed pitch of 71 miles per hour. 0-1. Again, Scambatti is having a really difficult time trying to throw strikes. And he's bouncing a lot of pitches. He's giving Solozano a workout back there. 1-1. Wild pitch. Gavin Gallagher moves to third base. So runner at third, 2-1 count. Infield's playing close on the grass. 2-1. Now you're down 6 runs, and you're bringing your infield in, given the fact that you have Hunter Stokely up. It's a questionable call given what Stokely's power is. 2-2. Strikeouts. Correct that. Strikeout. 2 out. Stokely strikes out on the breaking pitch, 71 miles per hour. has a hard time handling the break there. So 2 out, Tyson Bass steps up. Bass is 0 for 2 on the day. But he's got a 308 batting average with 2 out and a 364 batting average with runs in scoring position. 1-0. That was probably one of the rare times we have seen Hunter Stokely with a poor at-bat this year. His at-bats have been high quality, so we went chasing after it. I think in that case, Scambatti was having a hard time trying to find the strike zone, wasn't thrown with great velocity, and Stokely was trying to jump on one. And we have a hit by pitch. Bass moves to first base on a hit by pitch. So now we have runners on the corners again with 2 out. That brings up Alex Madera, who's 0 for 2 on the day. He's got to fly out to left, and he's got to fly out to center. Six 0 lead, bottom of the 4th inning. North Carolina over Stony Brook. Madera fouls that back over the North Carolina dugout. 0-1. Pitch. 1-1. Fouled off. 0-2. 1-2. Runners go. Bass is in there and play at the plate. Both safe. Wow, what an aggressive play by North Carolina. Gavin Gallagher takes full advantage of the throw by Solorzano down to second base with Bass taken off. In there without a problem. Talk about stealing a run. Fantastic job by North Carolina. 7-0 Tar Heels. And Madera hits one down the right field line. Plenty of real estate. Look at Madera go. Another run comes in. Madera's going for 3. He is in there. Triple for Madera. Alex Madera makes it all the way to third base. This game is being busted wide open. 8-0 Tar Heels. Madera finds the real estate in the right field corner, and you knew he was thinking 3 from the get-go. Get up, giddy up, here he goes. He picked one quick look and just kept hustling. Diving into third base, ready to go. Madera, big triple. Coach Fenk is going to the bullpen yet again for Stony Brook. So with 2 out here in the 4th inning, North Carolina leads 8-0 New Jersey. And stepping to the plate, the designated hitter, Rom Kellis. Runner at third, 2 out. Kellis hits that ball foul over the first base side. 0-1. North Carolina has exploded for 5 runs in this inning. Pop fly, hit to the shortstop. Miceli makes the play. So the inning comes to an end, and North Carolina has put up 5 runs in the 4th inning to bring the score to 8-0 Tar Heels at the end of 4. 56 pitches. And the one thing that we've seen with North Carolina in recent years is if they can get their starting pitchers to throw a full 5 innings, the depth and breadth of their bullpen is just extraordinary, and even more so this year. So fly ball hit to left field by Chris Carson. Can of corn in left field for Perry Hargett. 1 out. Nicholas Solazano steps to the plate. First at bat, flew out to right field. 0 for 1 on the day. Strike, 90-mile-per-hour fastball out upon the plate. 0-1. Check swing, check down third base. Yes. Third base umpire Jose Polanco makes the call. Strike 2. 0-2 to Nicholas Solorzano. Ground ball hit down first base. Foul. Count remains 0-2. Solorzano, a senior from El Dorado Hills, California, pops that ball up to Alex Madera at short. 2 out. First 2 batters of the inning, we're seeing Jason DeCaro be effective and efficient yet again. In his couple of starts so far this season, it always seems as if there's one inning where it's a slightly stressful situation for him, and then he just returns back to normal. 2 out. And Matt Michelli is up. Michelli is 0 for 1 on the afternoon as well, with a ground ball out to short. On the season, he's hitting .500 with 2 out. 0-2. Pitch. Ball close. 91 mile per hour on the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Ground ball to Gallagher, but Madera comes behind, makes the play. Fantastic job, Alex Madera. But Gavin Gallagher diving and missing it. Stepping to the plate, Perry Hargett. Perry is having a fantastic day again. He's 1 for 1, but 2 runs, an RBI, and a home run. Strike. Hargett has had a total of 5 at-bats between Wednesday and today, and he is 4 for 5 on the season. Oh, 2. Not a bad way to begin your North Carolina career. A game and a half, 4 for 5, 4 runs, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs. 0-2. Strike on the pitch. 1 out. Hargett chased. Hargett chased Alex Jankowski's pitch. Took a little off of it. 1 out. Now steps up Jackson Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake's 0 for 2 on the day with an RBI. Oh, 90 mile per hour fastball in a part of the plate. Doesn't catch the corner. 1-0. Great job by Jankowski mixing up the speeds there. 1-0. Two 2-0. Pop fly straight back. 2-1. Now, Van der Breek hitting in the 9-hole is very interesting because you have the whole thought process of being like a second type of leadoff hitter. And if he gets going, watch out. Umpire stops play for a second. Makes an acknowledgement. Two and one. Van der Breek fouls it off again. 2-2. Umpire stops again. A lot of this happens because of the new rules. Okay, so he gets a pitch. So it's a 3-2 count now, and it all goes back to the new rules in terms of engagement between the pitcher and the hitter and the timing with the clock. And it looks like that Jankowski's having a hard time with that so far. And Van der Breek pops it up again. So the NCAA has all these new rules, as we can see in the ball game. We have the two first base, the green one and the white one. And then there's also the engagement, that a hitter has to be ready to go with 8 seconds, and there has to be eye contact, and the pitcher has to be ready. And things along those lines will, if the pitcher isn't, will lead to a ball being awarded to the hitter. And Van der Breek still, again, fouls in the same direction. Full count. The one thing that we've seen over the past 2 weeks is North Carolina's discipline has worked well for them, but also their understanding of the new rules. Because a lot of the ball clubs that I've seen in the past couple of weeks are still learning them, where North Carolina's been practicing them since the fall. Full count, 1 out. Ball 4. Van der Breek walks. So Kane Kepley steps to the plate. Kepley's 2 for 2 on the day with 3 runs and a double. Just a typical day at the office for Kane Kepley. Ball again. 1-0. As I mentioned a few moments ago, North Carolina has done a really good job understanding and interpreting the new rules. Probably the best play that I've seen so far with it is Hunter Stokely. And it's led to some positive things. Ground ball eats up the first baseman, Paulson. Goes in the right field. First and third. 1 out for North Carolina. Kepley singles. Van der Breek is at third base. Runners at the corners for Luke Stevenson. Ball just ate up first baseman Paulson. Slaps it right down the line. Just could not get a glove on it. And great job by Van der Breek making that first to third. Those extra base taken is going to be such an important statistic for North Carolina this year because they're far more aggressive on the base paths. But I think they have the discipline and the smarts to exceed all season with it. So 1 out. Luke Stevenson up. Runs up the corners. Runner Kepley goes. Another stolen base for Kepley. In some cases, it's an embarrassment of riches when it comes to North Carolina and the ball players they have and how they can run the bases so masterfully. And they've been doing that over the first 9 ball games of the season. 1-0 to Stevenson. 2-0. 2-0 to Stevenson. 1 out. Runners at second and third. North Carolina up 8-0. Bottom of the fifth. 3-0. Now, North Carolina had played a very robust schedule over the first 2 weeks. And as we mentioned earlier, they've had 8 games in 9 days. And it's been a lot of wear and tear, but they are showing a lot of life tonight. Ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for Gavin Gallagher. And it looks as if we're going to have another visit from Coach Senk to the pitching mound. He's getting a workout today, going back and forth from the pitcher's mound to the dugout and vice versa. Activity is starting in the bullpen for Stony Brook. It looks like number 9, Ty Panariello, is warming up. Now, when we look at it from Stony Brook's perspective, they've had a tale of 2 weekends so far. The first weekend of Bethune-Cookman, they wound up sweeping. And then last weekend, they got swept when they played against Florida Gulf Coast. And remember, they've been doing a lot of traveling. They started the season in Daytona Beach, then it was Fort Myers, and now they're in Chapel Hill. And, you know, Stony Brook is a university in Suffolk County on Long Island in New York. And weather is not always the best when it comes to February and March up in the tri-state area. And it's rough on teams in the Northeast, bouncing around and coming down south. And it's even more challenging for a team like Stony Brook to come into North Carolina, the 5th-ranked team in the country, and playing as hot as they are and as well as they are. So it looks as if we're going to see another pitcher from Stony Brook. So at the present moment, the bullpen, number 9, Ty Panariello, a right-handed pitcher who's a sophomore out of Bayshore, New York. Step into the plate, Gavin Gallagher. First pitch strike. Gallagher is 2 for 3 on the day with 3 RBIs and a double. North Carolina is looking to bust this game completely wide open. 1-1. You're in the bottom of the 8th inning on Wednesday evening against North Carolina A&T. The offense exploded for 7 runs. And Gallagher fouls that over the third base side of the ballpark. 1-2. Vanderbreak is at third. Kepley is at second. Stevenson is at first. 1-2 count to Gavin Gallagher. And Gallagher fouls it off again. .77-mile-per-hour pitch thrown by Panariello. And the pitch. Gallagher hits it to short. 6-4-3 double play. Inning over. So North Carolina at the end of 5 innings, 8-0. Gavin Gallagher leaves 3 runners on base with a 6-4-3 double play.
Oh. Bảo là có bán cái quần không? Thật thật vô nghĩa, thật vô nghĩa, rồi tươi những cái bờn đỏ tôi không.